What's up guys, it's your boy affaqb. Today I will be sharing with you 4 books that have changed my life. Books have been instrumental in my personal journey, not only my growth as a person but also as a creative. When I first came to the UK, I used to spend a lot of time just reading upon all aspects of life, cooking, etc, trying to better understand the culture that I was in and trying to better integrate myself into society. They've also played a huge role in me developing as a creative, taking new challenges and forcing myself out of my comfort zone. So books have really had an impact on me, and I can't wait to share these 4 books specifically that I've been reading that have really helped me in my personal journey. The first book I will be talking about is The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. Ryan Holiday is one of my favorite authors and I try to read everything he puts out. I have a couple of his other books such as Stillness is the Key and Ego is the Enemy, which I'm currently reading at the moment, and I also read his blog. I just follow him across all channels because he's just super smart. Like, I don't know how someone can be so smart and so well read. He touches on a lot of aspects relating to personal development which have really helped me. The Obstacle is the Way. I picked this up around, I would say, October last year. I was just starting my final year at university and I was faced with a lot of self-doubt and a lot of pressures just off final year. There was a lot on my list that I had to achieve, from my dissertation, applying to grad school, figuring out other stuff. So this book was in a way a lifesaver because it helped me deal with those demons and really focus on my path. And I would say it really played a part in me achieving the grade that I did, because I got a really high grade this year. Still not good enough to get first class, but it's all good, And there's just so many great lessons and anecdotes in this book. The book really helped me see things logically and gain a much broader perspective on life, because there's so many amazing stories about how great people, great leaders overcame obstacles in their life and had that right mindset to power through. And so this book is amazing and I would recommend it to anyone that's looking to just level up, or if you're currently going through a rut and you're not too sure about what to do with your life, etc. This book will definitely help you. The second book which changed a lot for me was Mike Tyson's autobiography. Right here, it's called Undisputed Truth. This autobiography is probably in my top 3 biographies of all time, right up there with the autobiography of Malcolm X. Not close, but it's definitely up there. Mike Tyson is a complicated figure, and this book really shows you him as a person. We all see Mike Tyson as an animal, especially if you don't know him as a person. We see him as this ruthless fighter, sometimes overly aggressive. This book really shows you what his life was like growing up, demons that he faced, how different people played major parts in his life. There's so many amazing gems in this book, and it also shows you how smart Mike is. I never knew that Mike was such an avid reader of different genres and how he acquainted with Islam, etc. So this book has an incredible amount of lessons, and just getting to know Mike as a person beyond what he does for a living was amazing. The third book I would definitely recommend that you guys check out is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. If you don't know already, Phil Knight is the original co-founder of Nike here in the UK. That's how we pronounce it. And this book is just littered with so many gems about entrepreneurship and building your own business. Some of the key takeaways that I took is just think persistent. Phil describes so many moments that would potentially destroy Nike, but through his patience and through his sheer determination, he was able to stand firm and really build Nike up to what it is known for today, which is innovativeness and a global pioneer in not only shoes but clothing and accessories for sport, etc. The book touches on so many incredible stories of Bill Bowerman, the original co-founder, and how he came up with Nike's pioneering shoe, the waffle, and also about Nike's journey from a little store out in California to now what it is today. And it was just amazing to read about his journey, trying to balance being a father, trying to get married, trying to, you know, buy a house, and juggling Nike on the other side, what it was like for him to branch to other countries and, you know, really expand the business. It's just an amazing, incredible story of an entrepreneur and one of the most beloved brands of, you know, today. I was glad I read this book because it really just provided a deeper insight into what the entrepreneurial journey is like, because it's not always a straight path. You know, there's a lot of obstacles that you have to overcome, not just physically but mentally. So this book is last but not least, the book which kind of started this journey of self-development and personal growth is right here. You probably have heard of this book, The Alchemist by Paulo Cohelo. I first discovered this book when I was around 15, so I had just finished secondary school, and I was watching this interview of Will Smith where he was just talking about his favorite books, and he said he just happened to mention this, and I was really intrigued because it's a fiction book and I'm not too sure. I was just very curious about what he would take away, but it's amazing, and there's so many, like I said, so many gems to take away from it. If you don't know, the book is about a shepherd and his journey in finding a treasure. I would really recommend reading this book because it has so many subtle pieces of advice, such as, you know, finding omens and just making sure that you don't deviate from the path that's set out for you, if that makes sense. It's an incredible book, and I would recommend sorry guys, my camera just cut off, but definitely recommend reading this book, especially if you're at a place in life where you're not sure of where you're going. This book will provide you with hope. It will provide you with a lot of faith. It's just very well written, such a good story, and if you're into storytelling like me, it will reinvigorate your love for storytelling. So, well, that's it guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I hope you guys like the books that I previewed. Please share any books that you might have read that you thought were very powerful. Leave them in the comments below or message me. I would be super down to learn more from you guys. Like this video.